Greetings CP chemistry students, Mr. Hudebrick here. So this particular video is to help you get clarification on our very first CFA, Common Formative Assessment or Practice Quiz of the school year. So that is the CFA where we did talk about measurement, accuracy, and precision. So you've got some options as you go through this. You can listen to the whole thing if you want, or just skip to the questions that you need clarification on. So we will jump in, of course, with the first two. So our goal with these two questions was to just check on your ability to, first of all, justify the choice of equipment used to make a measurement based on precision. So this was sort of a circle the best answer and then follow up with a justification. So it says to identify which of the following would provide the most precise measurement for the volume of the liquid. And so again, all we're looking for in this is if we gave the same measurement or the same amount of liquid to 3 or 4 people, which of these is going to most likely lead them to give the closest answers to each other. And so typically that's going to be the one that has the most precise increments. So in this case, we have lines, 1 line equals 1 milliliter. Here, 1 line equals 2 milliliters. And here, 1 line equals 10 milliliters. Okay? So the smaller that number, the more precise we have. So we would definitely go with that particular graduated cylinder itself. Okay. Now, our justification, there was lots of ways to work this, but something along the lines of each increment or line is smaller. Okay, so there is less estimation. Okay, so over here, you'd be guessing probably to the nearest 1 milliliter. Okay, and you might be off by 1 or 2 milliliters on this one. Over here, it's every 2 milliliters, so not bad, but still there's a little more estimation in between those lines. Here, 1 line equals 1 milliliter, so you're likely, if 2, 3, 4 people are measuring it, all 3 of them are going to end up with the same number of milliliters, and they might estimate slightly different in between. They're just going to be closer together. Okay, so more precise means more consistent, which just means we're doing less estimating in between. Okay, moving on. I believe, at least in my class, this one gave people the most trouble. All right, and so we want to record measured values to the proper experimental precision. Okay, so what we have here is a red line, and we're trying to do some estimating of where that line ends. And so we have to look at what our incremental values are. So this is a 2, and there's a 3. And so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 increments to go from. That would make each increment 0.2. So this line right here would be 2.2, 2.4. Okay, so we know that our line is going to be between 2.2 and 2.4. Now we could also go right here. We could say 2.3 is halfway. Okay, so we decided that accurate measurement would be a little bit more than 2.3, but definitely less than 2.4. So correct answer would be anywhere from 2.31 to 2.39. Although 9 would be a little high, it's definitely less than 2.4 and greater than 2.3. So we gave you that range of possible answer. We didn't ask for a range, but if you said 2.32, it was good. If you said 2.39, we gave it to you. Okay, so what we got to be careful of is we want to be as accurate and precise as we can. It's more than halfway between 2.2 and 2.4, so our value should reflect more than 2.3, but it is definitely less than 2.4. Okay, I would probably go with something like 2.35 or something like that. But anyways, okay, but we accepted anything a little bit above 2.3 and a little bit less than 2.4 was acceptable. All right. Lastly, we have differentiating between accuracy and precision in measured values. So we just need to remember accuracy means close to actual value. All right, so in this case, it says the accepted mass is 97.30 grams. So accurate means close to this. Okay? Now, precision, as you guys will recall, we just talked about that. That means measurements close to each other. Okay? So, as we go through, we could take a look at lavender first. So in lavender's case, lavender's numbers are all 97 point something, but they jump around quite a bit. So I would say lavender's measurements are not precise, and none of them are particularly close to 97.30. So I would say lavender is neither. So not precise and not accurate. So I would put lavender here. Okay. Now we can look at Parvati. Here, all of those numbers are pretty close to 97.3. So we'd say Parvati's accuracy is pretty good. And those numbers don't change a ton. They're plus or minus 4/100ths of a gram. Okay, so it looks like Parvati is both accurate and precise. Okay, and then when we go to Padma here, we'll notice that Padma's measurements are not accurate. She is not close to that 97.30. However, Padma's numbers are close to each other. Her arranged value. So for Padma here, it just looks like her balance just needs to be recalibrated back. So she had good precision in her numbers because they're close together, but not accurate. So I would say Padma goes there.